My name is Dom. I'm an 8th generation Latino Arizonan. I'm an artist and organizer.
My name is Melina, community activist and DACA recipient. Welcome back to season 2 of We've Got Issues.
All right, welcome to We've Got Issues season 2, because Arizona still has issues. I want to introduce our new host, Melina.
Hello, everyone. Hi there. Welcome back to season 2. My name is Melina. I'm a DACA recipient. I'm originally from León, Guanajuato, Mexico. And yeah, we're here because Arizona has some serious issues that are still affecting people today. And we are here because we have 2 cents about it. And we're going to share that with you today. I originally got started here because I started working with Fuerte a couple months ago. It's almost going to be a year. I can't believe it's going to be a year already.
Incredible.
Time flies when you're in a pandemic. But we'll address that later at a later time. But I'm super eager to be here with Dom and chat about what there is we need to do about Arizona and the path forward. Yeah.
I mean, we love our state. And just like anything you love, you know it's flawed. And it, we can make it better.
Mm-hmm. So Republicans have been real bold at the Arizona legislature recently, don't you think?
I think bold's a nice way to put it. I think they've been straight out disrespectful. Representative Athena Salmon couldn't even get her vote out or the explanation to her vote out. You got to check out this video.
Campaign legal, was not allowed to speak even though he had concerns with the bill. Mr. Chair, today we prohibited April Ignacio from Tohono O'odham
Representative Solomon, you must stick to explaining your vote. If you have procedural issues, then that is not germane to explain your vote.
Mr. Chair, these people signed in.
How do you vote? How do you vote?
Let her speak.
I'm in the middle of explaining my vote.
You are not explaining your vote. How do you vote?
It is upsetting.
Time is up, Representative Solomon. Record Representative Solomon as a no vote and call the next member.
You cannot.
Oh my goodness.
Point of order.
Yes, point of order.
You cannot. I cannot say for you. You vote yay or
I'm not. I'm just saying you're down as not voting because you're not voting.
Wow. Point of order. If we were on the floor and you were to vote for Representative Solomon, I think I remember that to be a crime. That's a felony, Mr. Chair. You committed a felony.
I said explain your
vote.
It's
a crime, right? It is a crime.
You're not explaining your vote. You are talking about procedural issues, not germane to a vote
Mr. Chair,
explanation.
because if you would let me finish, each of these organizations, including the Tohono O'odham, would have pointed out I have some of their concerns that had to be privately texted to me instead of for the public record, which would have taken much less time if you had let them.
You were not explaining their position. You were complaining that they didn't get a chance to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm
Do you have
complaining
anything to say about the bill?
You got nothing here?
Yes.
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Proceed.
How annoying.
Oh my God. Yeah. So when this happened, a friend of ours made a cool remix. Have you seen the remix?
I actually haven't.
Do you know Randy?
Yeah, I think I've met him. I don't know if I met him personally, but I've seen his work and like what he's doing in the
movie. Yeah, so huge shout out to DJ Randy. I don't know if that's his actual DJ name. You got to check out this video.
I know he makes like really cool remixes and stuff. So.
They're all right.
Oh,
that's a felony. Mr. Chair, you committed a felony. That's a felony. Mr. Chair, you committed a felony. That's a felony. Mr. Chair, you committed a felony.
Okay.
That's a felony. Mr. Chair, you committed a felony. That's a felony.
Our legislators committee felonies in our legislation process.
Love it. Love being home for that here in
That's a felony. Mr. Chairman, you committed a felony.
Okay. You know, across the country, these large corporations are speaking out against anti-voting and anti-free speech bills.
And we have seen organizations like the Greater Phoenix Leadership and Fuerte and other coalitions actually call out these corporations such as Farmers, Allstate, Enterprise, all businesses that we see on the TV every single day and we recognize.
Yeah, and those corporations were huge funders of these politicians.
Exactly. So it's really disappointing to see that businesses that we recognize and see and are familiar with are funneling money into things that are creating more barriers for our communities and our families.
Right. And we've seen in like Georgia, all these corporations stepped up after the governor signed the bill. In Arizona, they have a chance to do it before. You know, these corporations need to shoot their shot before the game is over.
Exactly.
Hey, what's up, guys? Great to be back right here. And we're back in studio. It's been, what, a year and a half since we've been here, since we've actually been in front of each other?
About a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. The last 3 years of this pandemic have really messed with my brain. So it just keeps going on and on. But yes, this is exactly what you're talking about. With big corporations can use their money and use their power in order to move these kind of things. And it's not just corporations. We just saw what Major League Baseball did with the All-Star game. And before anybody gets all riled up, it was not the players themselves. Let's make that clear. The players did not take a vote into what they wanted to do. It was Major League Baseball and its commissioner that ended up deciding to do this based on what Georgia did, signing these anti-voting bills, pretty much what they really are, let's call it what it is, into law. Like this isn't something that just got put across the desk. This isn't an idea it's literally law right now in Georgia. It's just blowing my mind that's what it is. So they did act accordingly, moving the All-Star game and all the millions of dollars of revenue that it brings every city to wherever it goes. And now the people of Colorado get to benefit from that. They are the ones that are going to be able to host the All-Star game this year.
Damn.
That's
so
insane.
Arizona has a history of losing NFL.
Losing these big games, exactly.
Right.
And I'm sure you were about to say about the Super Bowl. 1993. That Super Bowl was supposed to be played back before the Arizona Cardinals had their own stadium out in Glendale. It was at the ASU's Sun Devil Stadium.
Yeah.
So Tempe Diablo Stadium. No, which one is it? Diablo Stadium or Sun Devil Stadium?
I think it's
It was a Sun Devil Stadium, man.
Devil.
My mind can't work right from 1993. That was pre-pandemic. Those are before my times. I can't be doing that stuff anymore. But yeah, it was supposed to be held there. But oddly enough, another very racially driven law is what took it away from us. Is that Arizona governor at the time did not want to recognize MLK Day as a state holiday, which is absolutely crazy to me. Like,
right.
It's something that should have been a given, but and the NFL made it clear, we do not want to do this. And even at the time, it was mostly African Americans in the league. It was mainly those are the ones that were being represented, and they made it clear if they don't want to recognize MLK Day as a holiday, we'll just play the game somewhere else. And they stuck to their word, and sure enough, California was the one that benefited from that. The game ended up moving over to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, so they ended up hosting that Super Bowl. Sadly, the Cowboys won, so I'm not going to get into that's a whole other issue.
But it's only right for states that don't want to recognize democracy, don't want to recognize important issues of the country and our people. states like that should not get to host these big sporting events, these huge events,
Exactly. And Dom, a question for you. Like, I know you're not too huge into sports, but for those people that live their sports, live and breathe, and they're diehard sports fans that just insist that politics stay completely out of sports to keep the world separate, what do you say to people like that?
Oh, man. People like that, I think, want to forget that, and they want to purposely forget that artists, athletes, other people are still people. They're still voters. They still have families, and they still should have the same say as any other citizen. But those folks have a huge platform that they can speak from. So I think it's important for them to speak up when things like this are happening.
Exactly. And the NFL has a huge history of putting their 2 cents into politics and what voters get to do or not to do. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is the NFL and any sports league or any sports team has a very big audience and has a very big influence on what they do, who they contribute to, who they funnel money to, what they put on their advertisement. All that is a really big influence on everyday people that watch sports.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And we saw it last year when the NBA resumed its season in the bubble for the end of the season plus the postseason. We saw the players wear the messages instead of their names on the back. We saw Black Lives Matters on the courts. We saw things like that happening all around with with every single team participating in that. The WNBA also, they held a couple of demonstrations. We saw, it still gives me chills to think of those players coming out with the shirts, with all the gunshots in the back of their shirts, sending such powerful messages with those platforms that you were talking about, Dom. So no, to those people that say that keep them apart, you cannot keep them apart. Nope. The sports are played in a country where the politics matter to everything. So until that happens, where sports people, stars, celebrities, rappers, whatever it is you want to call them, as long as they are not above the law, politics still applies to them and everybody else.
Yeah. You know what? And everybody. Everyday people like us, artists, anyone who lives in these states has to defend their own right to vote as well. Exactly. So, we want to call on these corporations, which because of Citizens United are defined as people, and that's why they get to have this political free speech.
Exactly.
To step up and call out these bad bills before they get signed. NFL, I think we're scheduled to have a Super Bowl here in Arizona soon. That has to be not on the table if these bills get signed. Exactly. But you need to speak before they get signed.
Exactly. And listen to your players. Like, your players have a very big say in what you represent. I mean, they're representing you, you're representing them. And we've seen them take a stance on what they believe in. And so you should listen to them. You know? Talk to them. Talk to your players. Fuerte just finished and launched its first ever 72-hour video challenge defending democracy in Arizona. And it was my first ever video challenge. I know Dom has a little bit more expertise in that area, but how did you think it went, Dom?
I was so impressed by all the teams. We had 4 different teams submit videos, participate in the challenge, and they were just crazy talented.
Exactly. That's really awesome. I know I enjoyed watching the results and the products of the videos, but I wanted to ask if you could share a little bit more about why you wanted to have this challenge and what it meant and how that ties into voting rights and defending our democracy.
Some of my best experiences in making movies came from these Phoenix IFP and independent film programs or something. Yeah, I don't remember what that stands for, but basically they would hold these 40-hour film challenges, and some of the best movies I've ever been a part of making came out of these challenges. And all the credit goes to the Kevin, the full team. I played my part as a collaborator, and I wanted other people to have these experiences, but with our issues and to be able to defend our democracy in Arizona with it. The first issue, because we're going to do these every 3 months. This first challenge was about voting rights specifically. We've been seeing all these attacks on our voting rights. And so each team turned in a video in its own way defending voting rights.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. And it was a blast putting it together with the team. I know Dom had a very big help in that and making that happen. And we just premiered it last Friday, which is really exciting. We got to show, unfortunately, over Zoom. Hopefully in the future we can have it over like a Harkins Theater or something of that sort. But it was really awesome. We got to present the winners. There were 2 winners. We were actually very fortunate enough to be able to...
I mean, all the teams were winners in my head. I know some of them got money, which I wish, I wish we could have given them all money, but we just don't have the means.
Exactly. Yeah.
But funders out there, if you want to give us more funding, we'll give all these teams the money they deserve for the work that they did.
Exactly. And we, like Dom said, hopefully we can fund more. And the winners of our inaugural 72-hour video challenge was by the team called Noche Americana. And their video was super amazing and mesmerizing. And we'll actually put the link below in the description box so that everyone can check it out. And you can actually see the premiere of our event in the description box as well.
Yeah, check out all 4 of these videos. They were incredible. And you can watch the award ceremony too. It was a lot of fun to work on this project, and we're really looking forward to launching the next one. It'll be in June, and we're not sure exactly what the issue will be, but all of these are about defending democracy.
Yep. And we got a lot of issues to cover.
We've got issues.
That we do.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the first episode of Season 2 of We've Got Issues. Right now, we're launching a new program to respond to this COVID-19 crisis. And we're launching what we're calling healing circles. They'll be led by a professional therapist, and there's only limited space.
Exactly. And we know how much this pandemic has hit our communities, and I know it has hit my family personally. And so we want to be able to provide some kind of support to those that need it during this time. It has been a very, very long year. And so if you're interested in participating, we're going to have a link to the forum below. It's going to be available in both English and Spanish for those that are interested.
Yeah, this is hit my family particularly hard, and I'm really happy that there is a free resource available to our community to, get some therapy in these healing circles.
Yep, exactly. And we're happy to be a part of that that healing that everyone goes through, and we want to be able to provide that to everyone. So check it out if you're interested and in need of that service.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. We would like to thank Athena Salmon for representing people in our representative democracy, even when John Kavanaugh thinks representatives should not have to hear from the people they represent. And thanks to Randy Bettis for making a ridiculous DJ mix of this ridiculous situation. This episode was written by Melina Foseska, Dominic Medina, and Danny Arona. Production, editing, and graphics by Danny Arona. Music by Dominic Medina. Executive produced by Senya Arona. We've Got Issues as a part of the Fuerte Network. The thoughts and opinions expressed in this episode do not necessarily represent those of the Fuerte Arts Movement.